Hello and welcome to our 12th episode of PODGAS, the greatest podcast in the world. Now, let's greet our newest guest, Jakob.
Hi, thanks for having me. It's a pleasure.
Great. Okay, so today we have some great topics to talk about. Tristan, do you want to announce them?
Yes, of course. Alex, what do you want to talk about?
You want to announce them? Sure. Oh, Alex, what are you going to talk about? Okay, Lucas is going to talk about the new Youngboy album. I'm going to talk about the chip industry. Jakob prepared something about motivation and self-improvement, I guess. And Tristan, I haven't figured it out yet. So tell us.
I want to talk about the ethical importance of ChatGPT, and I think that it becomes more of like a tool, just like Excel in a coming
I'm hyped about
in the coming years.
Oh, so you did a lot of research on the topic.
You stole my topics, so it's all your fault, actually.
You want to talk about the Illuminatis and Kanye West.
You want to talk about,
and we all know that Lucas is talking about
kidnapped by the Illuminati. Like, no, he was just seen at church. Like, come on.
Okay.
Can't out hustle me.
So, what do you want to talk about first?
Lucas will start with Youngboy, right? Or should I?
But we should wait for the best, for the longest time, so that people will stay on.
Oh, true. You know? For the watch time.
Who doesn't want to know about the new Youngboy album?
Lucas, I really don't want to disappoint you, but I don't think that people will stay for Youngboy.
Yeah, you should close it with Kanye West.
Youngboy is one of the most listened to artists on YouTube. He has, I think, the most views on YouTube out of any hip hop artist. He literally is the GOAT. There's a reason people say Youngboy better.
That's like the third person that you said is the GOAT in like the last week.
Yeah, but he's the GOAT on YouTube.
Oh, but okay. Do also think that also our listeners think that he's the GOAT, or only the whole hip hop community?
Youngboy has countless of hits. Right. He stands against the industry, as he is not signed with any major label. He has his own, and he constantly releases new projects, and they're all amazing.
Because I think he's
just I think
right now he's standing against the violence. Okay, he stands against it.
I think he wants to preach peace. Introduction to your topic, Lucas. I think that's the perfect beginning. So I think you just start.
Yeah, talk about Youngboy.
So there was this thing with Youngboy that he had fallout with a woman in his life, and one of his songs called Nevada was dedicated to her, and he dared to take it off Spotify and all streaming services, which is really bad because the song is really popular, and I also like it a lot. But he didn't take it off, which is good. And now let's get to what's really important. New album, I Rest My Case, with one great song on it that I really like called Black, which he has also released a music video for. And I gotta say, in the whole album, it's amazing. Yeah. What do you guys think about the album? Have you listened to it?
I haven't listened to it, Lucas. I'm sorry to disappoint you.
I haven't listened to it, but I really like the fans of Youngboy dancing, like the long, you know what I mean, Lucas?
Yeah, I know exactly what you
mean. Yeah, that's the only thing I know about Youngboy.
Oh, did you know that he was on house arrest? Well, he is on house arrest currently.
What did he do?
I think it has something to do with weapons, and in general, just I don't know exactly what it is, but I think it's illegal ownership of weapons, something like that.
So nothing uncommon.
The thing is, I don't know exactly what he was prosecuted for, but all I know is that he was released from prison because of COVID, and ever since then he's been on house arrest, and all he's been doing apparently is making music. And you can also see that he's on house arrest because all his music videos are shot at his house, which also gives it like a gangster feel because man, he's on house arrest.
But are the videos still produced in like a really roughy way? You know what I mean? Are they good productions, or is it just his house and he's sitting on the couch with some chicks?
Well, it's definitely not like $100,000 production. It's, I mean, it's more the
of
latter
course,
what
but
you described. More
but
like that,
for example, I think 6ix9ine also was on house arrest, and he did a music video, and he just put up a whole production site in
True.
his house. When
True.
you know what I mean. So it's
Yeah,
like that way, or it's
no, the
not
videos
that...
are not made with that much quality. They feel rather spontaneous at times. Like you can just see him sitting on a couch, and his girlfriend like sits next to him and is on her phone. Meanwhile, he's rapping his heart out. It gives it a very personal feeling.
So it's it's just real,
Yeah, he's a real one, The funny thing about him is, on Spotify he is only like 16.8 million monthly listeners, but on YouTube he had 1.6 billion views this year. And you know who also had 1.6 billion views on YouTube?
No.
Kanye West.
Yeah, I knew it.
Oh.
And like, I think the only
But
person
how are Kanye and a Youngboy on the same level on YouTube? I think most of Youngboy fans just can't afford Spotify, so they just play the songs on YouTube and watch the advertisements and stuff and the ads, just to hear his songs, just to listen to his songs. They just
Jakob,
can't afford.
you have to consider we are on YouTube, okay? Our podcast is on. Podcast is on.
Don't anger the audience.
Don't. You got a whole Youngboy audience here. Don't infiltrate.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Dangerous. We cannot risk making things with them.
Yeah, maybe we should have put the topic of Youngboy at the end, because now I know that there are that many Youngboy fans on here.
It probably has something. I don't know, for some reason most people listen to Youngboy on YouTube, not on Spotify.
We should also post the podcast episodes on Spotify, but we haven't figured out how to do that yet. So
yeah, set up an RSS feed.
Yeah, whatever that means.
You don't know what RSS is?
Explain it to me.
You want to know what RSS is?
Okay, Lucas is like Googling right now. Oh my god, I just read it out from Wikipedia.
No, of course I know what RSS is. Well, it's like no. Let me explain to you.
Okay.
It's like a standardized system, like for distribution of content from an online publisher.
Yeah, it's like a web feed.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
True.
Yeah.
Like it's an easy way to keep up with news and information that's important, and like it sort of
like
helps you avoid conventional methods of browsing, searching information on websites.
Yeah, well, does anyone know how to set it up with Spotify?
No, I didn't do my research, like every time.
Okay. But we will work on it. Stay tuned.
Well, we're not technological incels. We will figure out. We just haven't found the time yet.
True.
Right. So.
Was that it?
Continue, or is
from the Youngboy topic?
About Youngboy, yeah. Lucas.
Well, besides the fact that Youngboy is just simply better, there's not much else to say about him right now.
Damn.
Or we could keep it going with news about Ye, formerly known as Kanye West.
No. That's like the appetizer at the end.
Okay.
You know?
And the appetizers at the start, you know that, right? Yeah, will be like the dessert.
Yeah, but what's an appetizer at the end called?
What?
It's a dessert.
Oh, true. Yeah, it's okay. It's
I
a
don't
dessert.
think any restaurant would serve an appetizer at the end. It's like an appetizer for what? For leaving?
True, but we have to keep our audience motivated, and that's where our next topic comes in. Jakob wants to talk about motivation, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, that was a good segue.
Thanks.
So, the reason I chose this topic is because, as we all know, the Diplomarbeit, there's some hard work to do. And for
You're
me, especially for me, sometimes it's very hard to motivate myself to do this work, even if I know that when I'm done with this work, I will be, a happy guy, or a happy man. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because sometimes when you do stuff at the moment, it's very, you don't want to do this, but when you are finished with it, then you're very happy. You know what I mean? I think
Yeah.
you get the point.
Yeah,
So,
you feel accomplished.
So it's about
yeah.
procrastinating.
Yeah, that's all about. And today my morning was very enlightening because, as you
Let's
know,
go green
normally
tea.
on weekends I go out on Saturday night or something, and then I sleep until lunchtime or something. And I really don't use half of the day, half of the Sundays.
Mhm.
And yesterday, I got to sleep very early, and I woke up at I think 8 or 8:30. Then I went for a run, and then I did a workout. Then
Damn.
I had breakfast with my mom, and I was feeling really good. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Normally, when I wake up in the morning on Sundays, I look at the time, and it's already 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock, and I'm like, oh no, it's already so late.
True.
And I'm staying in bed because I don't want to go out of bed, and I'm feeling very unhappy. And the reason why I did this today is because yesterday I heard a very good sentence, or I don't know how to say,
Quote.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. A very good quote. And I think discipline is a big part of motivation. And the quote is like, discipline means knowing the difference between what you want right now and what you want the most. And I think this quote brings it to the point. And I also have another quote. And the other quote is like, discipline means doing things you hate like you loved it the most. And now I want you guys to tell me what from these two quotes you like more, and why do you like them more, and what from these quotes you find more precise.
Hey, can you repeat those two quotes one more
The
time?
first one is discipline means knowing the difference between what you want right now and what you want the most. And the second
Okay.
one is discipline means doing things you hate like you loved it the most. And the second one is actually from Mike Tyson.
Wow.
I really like the
heard
first
the
one.
second one. I heard the second one in a different way. I think it was like, discipline means doing the things you hate the most, like doing them you love them, or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
As if you love them. Yeah.
As if you love them. Yeah, that's what I meant. I just,
Oh.
it from my mind. So maybe
Oh,
these
yeah.
are not the right words.
Okay, then it's the same. Actually, I prefer the second one.
I prefer the first one.
I also prefer the first one because you kind of have to think about it a little bit, and then it makes a lot of sense, and it's very true.
It's like this. It's like the dilemma that we have with like
Everything.
immediate satisfaction.
Yeah.
Like you have a immediate dopamine result, or you work harder and have an even bigger dopamine output, but at a very much later time. Like the thing when you have to complete something, when you have an assignment, but you really dread it and you don't want to do it, so you just go on your phone for a few minutes and you're on Instagram and you feel a little bit better, you feel satisfied. But then you have to go back to doing what you hate and you'll feel even worse afterwards.
Yep.
And the cycle repeats and repeats.
What I also wanted to talk about is how you handle these things. We already talked about which quotes you prefer, but how you handle your diploma bite stuff and other things in life you wanted to get done?
Jakob,
Where you know,
Jacob, is it fine if I like justify my answer why I said the
yes,
second one?
of course,
Okay.
of course.
So it's like take it into perspective. You're going to the gym and you got your leg day. Okay, I think all of you know that leg day is like really exhausting and not that much fun. Okay,
True.
are you all going to the gym? I think so.
I go to the gym regularly. Like I'm a gym bro, you know.
Jacob, do you?
I don't go to the gym, but I went to the gym and I actually liked leg day, but I think it doesn't matter because we can all think of something that we don't really
that
like.
we don't really like. Yeah, sure.
Tristan, do you go to the gym?
Well, when COVID hit, I built myself a home gym, and then I lost all motivation to go.
To work out at home or to work out at the gym?
To work out at all. So,
Oh man, that's
So you
kind of
just-
depressing.
So you see all that gear that you have at home, and you're like, nah,
yeah,
not
exactly.
today.
But actually, today I'm very motivated. I want to go after the podcast.
Okay.
And
Send
it's
us a
leg day, so I need the motivation.
Okay, perfect. Then take
So
that.
do you start with the leg day, or
No, I have
you
like a push-pull leg
done
split.
a workout? Oh, and how many times have you worked out this week?
This week?
Yeah.
Once, but that's just because I was on a skiing vacation with friends.
Sorry, I'm not judging. I'm just asking questions.
Yeah, no.
Maybe Alex, you wanted to say something about
Yeah.
your leg day.
Right. I just went with the flow and let the others talk, but now going back to that, I want to say if you got some squats to do, okay? You hate thinking about the set, okay? You do one, you do two, and then the last one, okay? You finish the last one and you did it like you loved it. And that's like discipline, pushing it through, like pretending you like it, but actually you don't like it. I mean, per se, I don't like going to the gym, but I like seeing results and like giving myself over the edge, getting myself over the edge or something like that. It's not that I'm like hyped about getting exhausted and messed up. It's like having knowing that it's good for you, and that's kind of a discipline thing, I think. So
like
yeah,
pushing yourself out of your comfort zone
right,
to
right, right,
success.
Lucas, right. You're yeah,
So
exactly.
doing things that you hate, so you can get things that you want the most.
Like and want, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like
Very
when
nice.
you save up money, like you have to work night and evening shifts to get your favorite power drill from Makita instead of the cheap one that you buy at Aldi.
Yeah, but you know, Lucas, the power drill from Makita is only at the beginning nice satisfaction, you know. After a while it's get boring. So I think the real option is to drill yourself with your hands or with your teeth or something.
Oh,
You know what I
okay.
mean?
Oh, I
That's
don't think
the
I'll get
top
boring
G
because
option.
that's true. That might be something a top G might do, but the thing is that when you use your Makita power drill, you will always be amazed by the quality it has and how fast it drills. But when you have the cheap Aldi one, it's like you're always dissatisfied with how cheap it feels. The really weak battery, and you just can't get that whole drill properly. But with the Makita, it's not even a thing you think about. It's like you just do it.
Oh man.
Like a man is only as good as his tools, and that's why I'm currently saving up for a Makita power drill.
That's good to know, Lucas.
There's actually a good offer on eBay. It's just 61 bucks. But it doesn't have a battery, nor does it have any of the drills. It's just the device. So I'll have to save
I
up a
wouldn't
bit
buy
more.
that.
And 2 batteries cost just as much as the power drill. So actually it'll cost me like 150 euros.
Do you really want to buy a Makita power drill, or are you making all this stuff up?
Of course I want the Makita power drill. Who doesn't?
Why do you want to buy it? Do you have like a project that you work on?
No, I just odd one, so I can drill a
He
hole.
wants
if
to
I need
drill some holes.
Oh, he just
into
likes drilling.
bitches.
Like
Right.
if something needs to be done, it needs to be done. That's the way I live my life. You just gotta be prepared.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Guys,
there will
should
be
we
a time
move
in my life
on?
when the power drill will come in handy. Like
Yeah.
I know it will.
Okay.
And if not, I'll just borrow it to my neighbor.
I think you should also get a bag that you can put on your belt, where you put in the power drill, and then you will look really manly.
True.
Oh
Not that
yeah,
you
like a
just
holster
look
for
really,
my power drill.
yeah, holster for your power drill.
Yeah,
You not only look manly, but you also have every time your power drill at
true.
with you.
Then I could even take my power drill to school.
Yeah.
Yes.
Drill
the
holes
poor
in the
kids.
wall.
I think
Yeah, I could.
there
And
will
then
some
we'll
people.
hang up all these pictures of Lewis as a candidate, and no one will be able to take him down because they're drilled into the wall. And
So-
I will be sued for vandalism because I destroyed the walls.
So just to explain that insider,
Don't
Lewis.
have to.
Why? No one
Louis
understands it.
16,
We
he
can't.
is,
We can't
that's
keep
what
throwing in
very
insiders.
expensive cognac is called. That's what I was talking about. And there's also like Louis the 14th, I think, who was a very prominent person in France and who was
Okay,
killed
no.
as the revolution started in the 17th century. And he actually held a speech just before the guillotine killed him, but nobody listened to him, and he was just booed out before he was killed.
Okay, now you're really
Sad
stretching
story.
the topic.
Okay, let's. I'll just let you talk. Explain
Lucas is
to people.
always stretching
what
the
it means.
topics, but it's fine
Yeah, it's fine.
for me.
Well, yeah. So I read a quote actually, and it was talking about that ChatGPT, which is really new right now, could become like a mundane tool for everyone to use, just like Excel or Word, because you can like write everything you want with it. You can write your school homework with it, your assignments, Maybe it can even help me with
Setting
Betriebstechnik
up an
homework.
RSS feed.
Yeah, true. I could ask it that. Maybe it has a
You
good
haven't done-
input.
You
So
haven't done your Betriebstechnik homework yet?
no,
Oh,
but maybe
it's not good.
ChatGPT can write it for me. But I really
Or you
doubt that because it
or you
usually.
just
So,
get the solution
just from my
Lewis.
understanding, ChatGPT is like Word and Excel and notes and all this stuff in one application.
I talked about it 2 episodes ago. It's an
Sorry.
an NLP. It's a natural language processing. It's a neural network per se. It takes language and modifies it and creates relations. So it's like
I know it. I actually know it.
Oh,
okay.
I
nice.
actually know it. Sorry, and of course I will listen to the episode, and
And so
Yeah,
should
it's fine.
everyone
It's
else.
fine, Jacob. It's fine.
Yeah,
Jacob.
because a real fan would do that, and
Yeah,
a true
yeah.
guest of
It's
honor,
not- it's not fine.
Guest of honor would rewatch the episode.
Yeah, we
I should you,
we call
because
our guests gas of
that's
honor.
important. Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
just like guest with gas.
I think we called them in the first episode Ehrengas, but it's fine. Gas of honor.
Yeah, but that's German.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
don't
German.
understand
We have to change it to appeal to a wider audience. We have to expand.
We have to focus so that we
Now
don't
we got
come off like
12
Jimmy
views.
Fragrance, who sounds like German talking English, which he is, but
Oh,
his brother talks normally. I
sorry.
think he
I
could
didn't
talk
mean to.
normally, but I think he kind of chooses
okay,
to talk
guys.
with a small accent.
We have 5 minutes left, and we still have to talk about Kanye.
We still have to talk about the chip industry in Europe. You mother. Yep.
Hey,
Right.
I have to bleep that out if you
Ow.
say it.
That was
I didn't say it. I just cut it off myself.
Alex,
Just
get
saying.
on with it. Tell us about the chip industry in Europe.
Really? Do you want to? Okay.
I want to hear it. I want to hear it
Okay,
all.
right.
Give me all the smoke.
Oh man.
I
I
want all
think
the
you're
deep
pretty
bullet
familiar
bursts.
with the incidents with Taiwan and China and stuff because we
Yes.
already talked about
Yeah, we
it.
already talked about that.
Yeah. Okay. So chip industry is dominated by Taiwan. That's for sure. It's like 90% of the industry comes from Taiwan. I think. That are the measures from the article I've got here. And followed by the by America and then China. So it's like 10% for those two. And now Europe, rather the investment for of Europe or the Commission, European Commission wants to build a chip industry in Europe, and that will be about 10 factories across Europe, which doesn't seem like really much because 81 new were built in a range of 2019 to 2021. And yeah, it's still a small margin, but still significant because we want to grow independent from like other countries. So, do you know McKinsey per by accident or
Mackenzie.
yeah, McKinsey, like the
Uh,
global management and consulting company?
I
It's fine
know
if you
the
don't.
apparel,
It's fine if you don't.
uh, brands Mackenzie, but I don't know
Okay. No,
who the
they
company
like
is.
put up numbers and said it will rise to a trillion dollar industry till 2030. So the chip industry will rise to a $1 trillion industry. Yep. And we all know that shortages become because of the shortages because of the pandemic arrived, and because of that many countries will now stock up their chip production facilities. Um, yeah, so chips are in cars, fridges, and like also in wind turbines, which I assumed it, but I didn't know that it was uh, such a big factor. Um, it plays a big role in like the energy transition, the green energy transition, which will happen, I think, around now, because like uh, looking at climate change and the situation right now on the planet, it doesn't seem to uh, go that well. Yeah, so it's just a matter of time, but Europe wants to like stock up, as I already said, and the only factor that's like missing is employment or employees. So Austria, our country, is playing a big role right now because do you know AT&S? Because I didn't. They are also a chip manufacturer from Austria, and
Oh,
they are currently searching for over 800 employees. And yeah, they're having trouble finding some. So if you are an expertise in chip management and chip production, so come to Austria and get a
Do
job.
you know about the new production facility they built in Villach from Infineon? I think Infineon is
Infineon, yeah,
also a chip manufacturer. I
from
think they
Germany, yeah.
also have problems with employment, as far as I know.
Yeah. Infineon, Edwards Vacuum is from the UK, and in Austria, AT&S. Yeah. So those all have like trouble finding skilled workers. Yeah. So that's the update about that. Yeah. Also, China like invested, I think, $150 billion into their chip industry because of like the embargoes and stuff. Because they got like the export ban from Taiwan, and yeah, now they're stocking up their industry as well. So
good to know.
okay, good to know. Yeah.
So, could you see yourself applying for a job there?
No,
Okay, why not?
I don't think I'm suited for that. But
Oh, okay,
okay, yeah,
pity.
right, right. Well, are you, Lucas?
Well, am I suited? I don't think so. I'm more of the type to talk about hip hop. on this podcast. I think that's the perfect job for me. Just like Jay-Z, like he has investments in Ghana.
Please don't talk about Jay-Z again.
Okay. Well, I'm currently on GhanaWeb.com. It says that Dave Chappelle says that Jay-Z actually has investments in Ghana, which I think is kind of cool.
Okay. Like in the country Ghana?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like he wants to expand his portfolio and potentially, tap into new markets.
I mean, we could wrap it here if you want.
And he thinks like emerging countries is like the right investment.
Apparently so.
Okay. Well,
I don't know what he invested in, but it's something.
Perhaps he's just like building a wide range of
He's building his own empire. He's a billionaire, Just like he
Really?
said, how many billionaires come out of Hove's crib? I count 3. Me, Ye, and Ree. Only that Ye isn't a billionaire anymore, but Rihanna is a billionaire and Hove. Who knows? 2 billionaires and 1 former billionaire coming out of like Hove's friend group.
So did we already talk about the Kanye West update?
Well, the update is that people thought he was missing because one of his former business partners wanted to find him, but he didn't want to find him because it was his friend. He wanted to find him so he could sue him. And since he was not able to make out his
You have to
location,
find them in order to sue them? Like how?
because you have to give him the document that he's ordered to court.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's the same thing when you're like, when some people are like, the police like wants to find them because they're accused of something. Some people just go. For example, you can just go on the run. You'll live without consequences until they find you. Well, it's kind of also impossible to sue someone you cannot find anywhere. If nobody knows where he is, he's missing.
Do you think it was his strategy to run away from the lawsuit? Or did he do that not on purpose?
Maybe in some way, but like he has been found. Like also the theory that the Illuminati kidnapped him. Well, honestly,
that's a great theory.
Maybe he was kidnapped and then set free shortly afterwards. Now, nobody knows how the Illuminati moves.
True.
But they definitely do in mysterious ways. Like there are a lot of stories where like celebrities are offered a lot of money for things they don't actually want to do by very fishy people, and you don't know who they are. It's weird. Like Kanye's former manager, like his personal trainer, trains a lot of celebrities, but it's weird because all his customers, they are in very different physical shapes. For example, he's also like, I think he's called like his last name is Pasternak. For example, Jack Black is one of his customers, but the dude is obviously overweight. Like, what you have a personal trainer for?
Do you think he's just a fake personal trainer and a spokesperson of the Illuminati?
I think he might be some type of handler,
Oh, okay.
Because he threatened Ye that if he doesn't stop acting the way he does, he will put him on medication. He will have him institutionalized, and he also threatened that play dates with the kids afterwards just won't be the same.
Wow, that's wow, that's some serious.
And that's coming from a personal trainer.
A quote unquote personal trainer. What?
Yeah, and I think he has some
sus.
connections to like the CIA. Or like he has definitely connections to some 3-letter or 4-letter organization. As far as I know, that he used to work there. Like he did studies on like personal behavior or something like that.
Well, he certainly is in possession of a lot of power with these contacts, Is he hired by them? as a personal trainer?
Well, formerly he has it's his own company that he does everything. He's not hired by any bigger company, as far as I know, to be a personal coach.
Okay.
In the background, I'm pretty sure he might be working for someone or
Okay.
something.
Well, you're the expert. What do you think? Who do you think he works for?
Who I think Pasternak works for?
Andrew Tate.
Well, no, Andrew Tate is the opponent probably of that organization that Pasternak works for, as he has stated that the agents from the Matrix have gone out to put him in jail. Look, he also predicted how they were gonna get him, because first they're going to try to shut you up. Secondly, they're gonna put you in prison for something you didn't do, and third and lastly, they
Gonna kill you, like
But
they kill you.
like Jeffrey
don't you
Epstein.
think that he knew that he was gonna go to prison, and that's the reason why he said this?
That's also true. It's also a possibility, of course.
Maybe
I
just
mean,
as a failsafe, so his followers would believe that it's the
sure
Matrix's
myself,
fault when he does
like
crime.
with all of it that he like this day, he kind of prepared all his fans that this might happen, and it's not because he's guilty, but because the
Yeah.
Matrix is out there trying to get him.
Just talk, Lucas.
Yeah, and that the followers will still stand by him, even if he is maybe even convicted. Maybe that's one way to just keep him, so they can generate revenue. Even though I don't think he does make that much money off social media, because this course, like Hustlers University, I don't think it exists anymore, and he doesn't really have any account
Yeah,
with ads. So
he probably makes his money with human trafficking, which is disgusting, you know.
well, it's possible.
Yeah, well, that's the allegations against him, I think.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it's possible. Maybe he's really trying to be. Maybe someone is trying to frame him, but there must be some truth to it. A little bit, I think. Maybe it's not as bad as he's being framed as, but I think to some extent, some girls maybe felt sort of pressured into their job as like a cam girl. That's possible. Okay, what did you want to say, Jacob?
Sorry. I had wanted to say something, but then I knew that it's not the most intelligent stuff that I wanted to say, so
okay.
I think I just leave it.
Yeah,
What's
that's
that
all
bad
good.
of me?
Just like that one Asian philosopher said, your words are it's like when your words
Right,
are
Lucas.
better than your silence, you shouldn't speak. Something like that. Like that's what you applied. Like a really great
Yes.
principle. I'm proud of you that you did that. It's
Thanks.
very
Lucas, that
intelligent of
was a
you.
good quote.
Yeah. So, I mean, we can wrap it here if you want.
I'm gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, well, because we're already like 10 minutes. We talked 10 minutes more than usually, so. Yeah. Who wants to do the outro?
Do it.
Me? Okay. Thank you everyone for listening. We hope you enjoyed this episode of the podcast. It was very fun, and we had a great guest today, Jakob. Thank you for being with us today. And
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. And thanks for everyone for listening. Bye.
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 Bye.